Backroom Studios, International Pantsulas, Interview, AFS, A&Bs, they go and check what? Marker.
Hola, my name is Mthyane Listole, famously known as International Pantsula. I'm a multi-genre musician and a producer and a DJ, part of the collective called Broke. That's my specialty, music. First things first, passion for music. I grew up around music a lot. I mean, like my uncle was a part of like the musician crews, like when they're doing drums and whatnot, way back. And I also come on like, I grew up from the township, which is to experience kind of like different sounds. I'm a big fan of Kwaito. My kind of music inspiration is coming from like the sounds of Kwaito. And yeah, I had to follow the guy's steps, my uncle's steps. I mean, first and foremost, and taught. But then again, I wanted the whole idea behind the international Pantsula for myself. It's like, we've always been, as I'm a Pantsula, I've always been perceived in a different way, where like, people don't know the fact that I'm a Pantsula is like good guys, who smell nice, who do good shit. And also, of course, like I'm trying to be international, so I'm a sophisticated Pantsula. So I had to put it that way on something. Like I have to embrace the culture on the other side of the world. You know, that's my vision, going abroad. There is no point of limiting yourself. First and foremost, like I said, my sound was inspired by Kwaito, but I had to try and expand into terms of like understanding just music in general. I mean, Afro beats, hip hop, and everything else. I mean, at the end of the day, music is like, come on. So I didn't want to limit myself like that. So when I have sets, how I prep my sets, I always have a spare set. It depends on the time, the venue, and the crowd. That's how I prep my sets. At the end of the day, because we met when we were all trying to figure this thing out, so we all have a similar goal in mind. Again, like Broke Boy is like a division of like 3 departments. There's clothing, there's events, there's music, which is that's what I specialize in. So I found like strength in terms of like for the likes of like Insert Coins, Roscoe, Homies, where we have a similar goal in mind. We're able to help each other there and there. So it worked perfectly fine in my favor because we, like I said, we had like a similar goal in mind and similar visions. With that being said, like there is no specific, I don't walk in the studio knowing the fact that I'm gonna make up my piano or something. So it's always about the energy in the studio, it's always about the vibe in the studio. For instance, we walk in the studio, okay, we have a studio session, say like, let's do this thing, get there, and then maybe like, let's say we start producing house and it leads to us to amapiano or something else because of the energy that's there. So I don't limit myself. I think sky's the limit. So I'm a student of life, so I always want to learn more, but I'm more excited about like 3-step. I think I'm loving 3-step more now. If you have noticed, like lately I've been playing a lot of like 3-step towards to Afro. I think like it has grasped my attention already. Your Instagram, your TikTok, your whatever social you have, that's your currency. Like right now, people are more invested into like social stuff. So I'd say that's my CV, you know. That's my brand. I have to keep it clean like that. And in terms of like interacting with people in like real life, still figuring out, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a lot, but yeah, homies are showing love, and that's what that matters. Hey, dog, it's overwhelming, man. It's overwhelming, you know. Having like that a mass number of people like believing in what you do, just like it gives me like a drive. You feel me? Hey, dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm mama's boy. So what I face is when I crash out, I always like call my mother, talk to her, update her on what's going on. But some pressure is too high now, and things like are moving are kind of too crazy. Meaning like what happens in the next 5 years from now. So, like I said, my mother is my best friend, so she holds me down every time I speak to her. Like, and she'll be like, "Hi, you're capable of this." So that's my spirit animal. So if I'm not mistaken, it was 2021, just prior COVID, I think, or well, that's after, I think. We got an opportunity to host Backroom, Cape Town, which is that really happens. You need to be like, I guess you need to be a top dog to have those. But for us, like at that time, it came off as a surprise, and also we had to put our A game. That was the biggest crowd, and like, you know, the idea of like cameras in front of you. That was like, I think that was my first time. So the energy was hectic, and meaning I learned a lot from that set on its own. And I grew a lot from that set as well. I mean, like, come on, there's like at least about 1 million people watching all over the world. So you can imagine, you know. I'd like to say I think it was more of like the different interactions from like different world, like different kinds of like places from the world. Whereas like I got exposed to, like right now I'm working on a project with someone, some bro from like China, which is very rare for me. Like, God, how am I gonna meet the bro from China? But the guy reached out right after the Backroom set, like, yo, dope, I like your vibe, I like your energy, whatever, let's work on something, which is like, I know it seems like it's been long, which is it is been long. So we're trying to work on that. It gave me confidence for sure. I mean, I told myself, if I can't do this in front of the camera, like with like at least million people watching, surely I'm like, you know, so it boosted me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, choices a lot, hey? Choices a lot. But I mean, like, I kind of like experienced like two different worlds in terms of like Joburg and Cape Town, in terms of the entertainment world, right? So I've seen like homies in Joburg are more about it, like groove, they are about it. They're about the music, they're about the fun, you know what I mean? Which is like slightly a little bit different in Cape Town, where homies are just like too reserved, you know? Yeah, so the love that I got from like that between friends in Joburg, man, it's too much. That is too much, it's too much. I mean, although like we had like a technical issues where like the deck was a bit like faulty, and you know what happens when like the crowd don't really know what's going on in front there. Like, I think you're the one who's like messing up, but I fought an hour and like, I think hour and like 30 minutes of my life, but I had the best time. So I think home is short laugh. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's Pantsula and a shy, but that's not it's not my focus. I've got like a bunch of like music lined up. I think it's tricky because the sound that is currently like the sound that's popping, which is obviously Amapiano, it evolves almost every week. So I could like I've like shit ton of music, whereas like it's also in 2 weeks time it's irrelevant because the sound changes. So it's tricky to kind of roll out that. But I've like music with this boy Elston, a homie from Cape Town. I have a project with Workaholics as well. I have a project with a bro from China. There's that one, I can't mess it up for you. It's a secret, so I have to keep it like that. Sometime soon it's dropping. Mkhobo is a DJ and a producer, but it does three-step. I don't think a lot of people actually are aware of the homeboy. It's from Joburg, I think. Mkhobo, I'd like to say, come on, dog. Oscar, for sure, Oscar. I think this sound where he's leaning towards now, I like that. And it got a good branding as well. Lovely music. So, yeah, for now, those are people in my brain now. Okay, first things, I advocated for the homeboy like too much. When we were setting up this thing on the meeting, like, yo, prepping this, I was like, Oscar, I'm fighting. But unfortunately, we didn't get time to like chop it up because also everything was rushed. It was too busy, and I mean, we get it, like, dude was doing his job and whatnot, so unfortunately we didn't have a chance to like talk. But one thing for sure, getting back home and taking time to myself, I think like I need to rest and come back stronger. I think this past weekend, because remember we had like a Between Friends Cape Town like last week already, and this one, so it was kind of bit a lot, so it's very important to like take some time off and recoup and reboost and come back to the game again. Otherwise we crash out. Like I mentioned before, when it comes to Cape Town, like groove, people aren't like as fast as Joburg people where like they adapt to the new sounds quick like that. So my whole idea, I always try to balance my sense in the sense of like play maybe like, let's say, exclusive songs that we made like 2 days ago, and then the way they're gonna resonate towards the song, because they don't know it, is for me to sort of put in a cappella that they know so it gets catchy. You know what I mean? And then I try to balance it like that. Yeah, and next thing you dance into the song that I made like a couple of hours ago, you don't know. I'd say, I don't think this song has dropped, but like a couple of DJs have been playing it, Sika by CK or something, Homeboy. Yeah, no, it's a dope song. It's a very dope song. I'd like to be part of it. Yeah. No, like I liked how like the vocals are laid on the song. It complements the everything, all the instruments that are in the song. Like exactly. So I think I wish like only God knows, but that's the only song I would like to feature on currently. I mean, I'm young myself, but again, it's on some. Yeah, but it's on some. I believe like you need to. And you stay true to yourself. I mean, like, believe in what you do, and like, go for it. I mean, no one's gonna save you. You gotta have to go get it. There's no formula into this. It's unfortunate also now it might feel like the game is rigged, because I mean, so many homies are doing this thing with like connections and whatnot, but it's on some like, yo, do your thing, whatever works for you, but stay true to yourself and don't lose that, because you only got yourself. Only. There's only one international punch. There's only one Bandile. You can't miss someone else, you know. So I think that's very important for me. That's my first priority in everything that I do, like staying original. You know, some people might see you, I mean, like I said, I'm a Pantsula, they might see it as like as a different, yada yada. No, me, I stay to that. I stick to it, you know.